1090, how you living?
What's good, bro?
What's going on? They're trying to smear your name. We got to talk about it.
The 1090J, who just had paperwork dropped for an incident that occurred in Tampa where he allegedly gave the police a witness statement, man. Who would have thought, man?
So right here, my boy 1090J.
They trying to say 1090J himself is a rat.
Oh, this is a wall. No, don't stop it. Don't stop it.
But anyways, so on the battery case, I sent in a public record request to the Hillsborough County. They sent me back and say, well, Tampa police have basically investigated this case. So I called up Tampa PD and I said, hey, look, man, I'm looking for some information on the case. And it was like, yeah, we got the documentation. And I sent them the money and they sent this one to me. Now there's a video of 1090 as well. And I got the documentation to prove that, of him speaking to the police. Now, I'm not in the streets, so you guys can make that own determination once I release the video. But and I was not locked up with him. I mean, he sent me a message, somebody saying I was locked up with him. I wasn't locked up with him. I just requested all his information, all his documentation related to his case.
So the video, the interrogation video, that's coming out on your channel?
I just spoke to bro, and I haven't even looked at it yet. Now, there's two videos that I have. There's a video of him, and there's a video of Tyrell. Now, I told 1090 when he texted me like a few moments ago, he texted me and I told him to tap in with me. He told me, this is what he told me. He said that this particular case that we talking about, he said that he shot the gun into the window, and he said that his aunt called the police and he gave a fake description of the alleged suspect. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all how I came upon this paperwork. And I got some corresponding messages between me and 1090 from this morning. So we basically spoke about, you know, what was mentioned in this actual paperwork. So now he basically, I'm gonna tell you what he thinks about all of this, right? He's saying that I'm basically trying to get some get back from the whole Boston Richie situation, because what I was able to do is, on the whole Boston Richie case, I was able to obtain like all the documentation related to his case. It was like 14 videos and like 13 audios and stuff like that. Like his dad actually sat down with the detectives that were involved. There were two other people that sat down with detectives, so on and so forth. So this is not like no get back to get at him for putting out that video, but I was kind of agitated, right? So after he had put out that video, I did what was called a public record request. That's how most of these videos that he obtained, like interrogation videos and stuff, Florida, they follow by a transparency law where they allow the public, law enforcement, or anybody to request all of this documentation. So I noticed that on Hillsborough County that he has multiple cases. And I noticed that there's one particular case where they consolidated all together, which he had caught numerous of cases throughout the time that basically they consolidated all together, and that all sent them to prison.
And then you got the audio from the interrogation?
Yeah, there was an interrogation that you did with the officer. Well, that's what you told me. Like I said, I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. If you want me to play it, let me see if I can get my let's see. I gotta look for my if once I download it, I'll go ahead and put it on a like a drive or something like that, and then you can make your own determination. But like I said, the reason why I told you to tap in is always two sides to every story, and then I'm not just gonna go off of an affidavit. I'm not just gonna go off this this PD report. I'm gonna just tap in with you and figure out, let you know what it is. But whatever you told him is basically what you told him. I don't know if it's true or not, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what's lie, what's false, or whatever,
No, the interrogation, is that the same one? Because I can't think of another interrogation. But if that's the same one that's in the paperwork from the jail shit, that shit literally lasted like, I don't know, like 30 seconds.
But like I said, bro, this ain't like trying to expose you or whatever. No, I know, a lot of people don't like you or whatever, but this ain't that type of narrative. You know what I mean?
Nah, and that's what's crazy is like with Boston Richie, I know of his people behind the scenes, not the people that everyone else knows.
All right, so like when I originally, like I said, I already had the documentation, but like I said, I'm not in the line of. So I put out a video, right? And I basically said, because I watched, from what I believe, you only requested one video. There was a whole bunch of videos within the case. Even there was a video with Wig where they talked to Wig. I requested all of that, all of the footage. I already had the footage.
We're gonna let them talk right there about that.
I wish we had all the paperwork.
He's working on it. It's because they're juveniles. That's why.
Yeah.
Go back into the conversation. But the whole time he's been deflecting. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about you calling 911, giving them a sworn statement saying that these two males shot into your house. They apprehended these two males. The police came to your house, got your sworn statement on file. It went into an affidavit, and we found it.
Yeah, I just want to know why they called the cops.
You called the cops. You gave them a sworn statement that locked up two individuals, whether they be juveniles or not. Man, I'm fucking dead, bro.
Yeah, it really don't make sense.
The thing, I wouldn't have nothing to say, Zebby dog. If this was just some average Joe, I wouldn't get no fucks, bro. Everybody, there's two sides. Like bro said, there's two sides to every story. I wouldn't get no fucks. You see what I'm saying? But you are 1090, the one who likes posting everybody's paperwork and saying paperwork is paperwork and fuck all that. Paperwork is paperwork. If you got paperwork, he's a rat. Let's think about that. Go ahead and unmute, bro. If y'all don't follow Zebby, go follow Zebby right now, man. Zebby, the real Zebby, go follow him anytime on YouTube. If you don't follow Unspoken Crime Murders, go follow him right now. We're gonna unmute him right out
there because, like I said, when I went through when I watched the video with Boston Richie, I watched the video with his dad, I watched the video with Wig. Like I didn't know if his dad was in the street, so I didn't know if he was cooperating because he was a witness or he was in the street. So that's why I never like put that information out there. But like I said, it did spark me after that Boston Richie shit. It did spark me to look further into your situation. You feel what I'm saying? It did spark me to look further. That's the only reason why I was able to obtain this paperwork. But I've been sitting on this shit for like the Tyrell case, bro. I had this shit. Let me see. Do I have a date? I had this shit forever. In fact, it's on my Patreon from like 3-4 months ago. But I ain't.
That's what's so crazy is I've never to this day gotten to see what he actually like said against me.
Bro, I got the whole.
I never got to see the documents. I never got to see in what detail because I was like wondering how the fuck everything played out how it played out. Because no evidence against me other than the gun and what he was saying.
I mean, some of the stuff he said is that y'all, like, they asked him, like, I'm gonna drop the video maybe tonight.
Let me unmute, bro, because he's right now live on the phone with 1090. So let me unmute him.
Whatever they take with this is what they take with it. We can't control the internet, just like how they did with the Boston Richie. We can't control, what people say about other people on the internet. We could just put out the information. Everybody make their own determination. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, the battery case I got of yours and the case that I'll send you all the paperwork and the case number of the alleged statement. So that's everything. And then the interrogation video, which I'll try to send that to you either today or tomorrow, whatever. When I take a look at it, the audio, not the video.
Nah, for sure. Damn, yeah. So are you tied in with Boston Richie King, or you just like know people in the industry?
No, I just know people. That's how I was able to like get your number. I mean, not your number, but I was have them like tap in with you. It was I can't remember. I had ended up deleting the text messages. I can't really remember.
You can't.
In fact, I
reach out to me.
Say what?
I said you can't say who you had reach out.
Nah, I don't want to. I'm not trying to get nobody else involved or whatever. But let me see if I got that. Let me see if I got the actual text message.
You don't know who.
All right, so there was a text message. It was an 857 number, and then the last 4 was 0345. Is that your?
I tried to mute that before it happened, bro. Real deal. I ain't want to get nobody phone number. I don't know who phone number he was giving out, but I don't want nobody phone number on the stream. Bro.
We need to see what else this kid has, bro. I'm sorry, but we got to.
I told you my people got a whole digital file right now with all his shit in it. They just have to look through it because, like he said, there's about 700 pages.
That's crazy.
So this was a needle in a haystack right here. Appreciate that donation, Smoke. Let me unmute, bro. See what you got.
You might even do a video on it yourself. It's up to you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know what you might do with it, but I'll get the paperwork to you, man. As soon as I'm able to upload, everything, and whatever you want to determine. Like you said it was fake. Yeah, that you actually did the shooting or whatever. that that might be true. But like I said,
I damn sure did the that's why I'm like, how the fuck did somebody? Because I've never heard this. Like somebody got arrested. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm literally the one that killed myself with a little fucking. I had a rifle, the pump up rifle. I popped that bitch twice. I broke a hole right above the fucking. The hole is right where the lock is. You know how the windows got the little flip locks?
Yeah. That's where the hole was.
The hole, so I could go out there. So when they weren't home, I would flip open the lock, window up, and jump in their shit.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You feel what I'm saying? This what blew me off about the entire case, bro. It said that they caught 2 individuals that had a gun. Now, like this, the thing. Paperwork is paperwork. I don't want to fabricate no paperwork or anything. You feel me? But it said they caught 2 individuals with a gun, but they didn't list whether it was an airsoft. They only listed it was an airsoft gun on the actual like documentation. You feel what I'm saying? But when it said that they caught the suspect, it just said a gun. It didn't say what type of gun. It didn't say it was a BB gun, airsoft, or whatever.
Zebby, what do you take of this, bro?
Honestly, bro.
What's your take, bro? I'm ready to hear it.
I honestly
lie through his teeth for the last fucking 15 minutes and try to divert everything towards the fucking YNW Melly, towards Boston Richie, towards other shit like for the last 30 minutes.
I need to see the other paperwork, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest. Then
it has all her information, which they blocked out, and then it has who investigate or the type of charge, and then it has the eyewitness. It's an eyewitness number 1, Jacob Cherry, and then the second page is the case summary, and it spoke about unknown subjects unlawfully fired 2 rounds from an airsoft gun into an unoccupied room and fled undetected. Then the third page, well, really the 5th page, it has a outline of what happened, and then it has like them it was 2 suspects that were stopped. So it was a 13 and 14-year-old. Then it had a description of what they were wearing, and then it says that an eyewitness interview. So basically, like I said, it's 2 sides to every story, but what they have here is like you had an interview with them, and then it has your statement attached to this. So it says see listed sworn statement, and then it says I observed 2 small holes in the upper part of the bedroom on the east side of the residence. It was determined that the suspect used an airsoft pellet gun. There were no holes in the wall of the bedroom after contacted the windows. No pellets were located inside the residence, so they weren't able to find actual evidence behind this or whatever. But,
I think I probably fucking went in there and grabbed the fucking pellets.
Yeah, but shit, tap in with me, bro. Once I get the audio and shit uploaded, just tap in with me. Like I said, I ain't trying to expose you, whatever, but it's just, it is what it is.
I mean, everything's fair game, bro. It's whatever's there, bro. It's all fair game. It ain't no motherfucking. It's the same shit that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right, bro. Well, you got my number, man. So.
So what? That broke up.
No, I was saying you got my number. So if you got any questions, if I don't send it through on time or whatever, I'll try to get it to you by the night. So, just tap in with me, bro.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
But we cool, man. Me and you. I fuck with Pino, man. Like I said, a lot of people, they're inspired by your content too. They're inspired by Pino content too. So it's not like this some YouTube shit. It's not to get no money or whatever, but it's just, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's inspired by everybody in some way. You know what I mean? So I just figured I'd tap in with you, let you know, hear your side of the story. And then, whatever the internet want to make upon it, we can't change the internet. You feel what I'm saying? We can't change what they think or how they feel. So, it is what it is, bro.
No, the internet gonna spin everything, but even the same shit with Boston Richie, his shit not affected by that shit, bro.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. So I get the rest of the paperwork and everything uploaded. I'm gonna try to upload Tyrell's. I'm gonna try to upload. I got all his documentation on my Patreon, but people don't like reading for some reason in this day and age. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll try to get his video out there. You feel me?
You got his picture too? You need his picture?
Do I have his picture? I think the only thing that I do have is his DLC. He went to DLC for 3 or 4 years or something like that. That's the only picture I got of him. But see, the thing is with
let me unmute, bro. See if he's still on the mic.
Into your case.
Yeah.
I ain't. Like I said, I'm not tripping on it. I'm not trying to expose nobody or whatever. But it's all in relation to your case. So.
Yeah. Man, you gotta make your content, man. That's the game right there. That's how you make the bread. That's how you get the shit going. It's a bag in itself. You know what I'm saying? You can pop that shit off and become an entrepreneur and do your own thing. Ain't nobody can knock you for that shit, bro. It's fair game.
Yeah, that's real, bro. So yeah, you got my Instagram. So we're gonna definitely tap in as far as getting you the documentation, and you just let me know what's going on. So like I said, in all your content, you ain't really some you are, some you ain't, but you're not really bias. You feel me? You look at what's there, and you know, and you make your own conclusion, and that's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna just put what's there. Everybody else make their own conclusion. You feel what I'm saying? So you play it fair, I play it fair too. At the end of the day, you feel me?
Definitely, bro.
Yeah. So yeah. Just you got my number, bro. So just text me, tap in whenever you feel like, bro.
All right, I got you. And what's your name, bro? What they call you?
Unspoken crime, bro.
I bet I got you.
You can call me Rich or whatever. Just text me.
All right, bro.
Yo.
Yep.
So what do you make of that?
I don't want to be. Go,
Can I ask you a quick question? Quick question. You have more paperwork on this incident?
No. On this particular incident, no.
Okay, so
I'm gonna tell you what I only have. I only have the affidavit, but there were people arrested. Now, hear me out. They were underage, so I don't know if that information is available. But I attempted to request it. So
where does it say they were arrested?
You said where does it say?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually say.
Yeah, because on here,
it says unidentified.
I got to play, devil's advocate here because we go off paperwork, and it says on this paperwork that the two suspects were not found.
No. Okay, listen. Pino, you send them all the paperwork?
Yeah, I sent them all the paperwork.
All
so
right,
it doesn't say they weren't found. It says that 1090 could not identify them by their first or last name. However, that they were positively identified, and that's why shit is blacked out because they're juveniles.
Exactly. So if we on the same page, go to page 5, right?
Yeah.
So you on page 5. Wait.
Yeah,
okay.
that's.
So if we looking at the first paragraph where it says on 3/23/2012.
Yep.
It said if you go down to the second paragraph, it says 2 white males, teens, approximately 13 and 14 of age, 1 male wearing a red t-shirt. So they were actually stopped after this. So it kind of, if you read in the report, it's kind of going backwards. So they were called to a unit, which was a home that was allegedly shot in. They investigated it there. They spoke to the eyewitness. Then they went back to get some teens that were
north on Fremont Ave is where they went. Where
I believe that's his old address that's associated with his case. I'm not 100%. He just confirmed that it was. Yeah. So, but I'm not 101% sure. Like this was associated with his case. You feel what I'm saying? Like it just. This is what.
Read that whole thing through.
Okay, so on 3/23/2012, we responded to 8313 North Fremont in reference to shots fired in the residence. Upon my arrival, I searched the immediate area for 2 suspects. 2 white male teen, approximately 13 to 14 of age. One was wearing a red t-shirt and shorts. The second male was wearing a black t-shirt and gray shorts with okay, let me back up a little bit because it's a little typo. The second male was wearing a black t-shirt and gray shorts. Then he said, was the suspect with the gun? The 2 suspects were not found during the search of the area. I responded back to the residence and conducted the eyewitnesses interview. See his listed sworn statement.
Yeah.
You want me to keep going?
No. So that's what I'm saying. Where you have paperwork that these dudes were caught?
It says they were caught when they identified the suspects. Do you see what he's saying? When it says I identified, that was the officer identifying the suspects. That wasn't 1090's statement.
So
that was him searching for them.
That was
so to go back to what you. No, my fault. I don't want to cut nobody off. Go back to what you were saying. They were 13 and 14. So we don't know if that documentation is actually available. Like I said, I requested more information to see if they were charged. Now, if they were, they weren't. We don't know until we actually see the documentation. You feel what I'm saying? It gets deeper than this shit.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you had.
Were they apprehended though? That's what we're saying.
No.
What's ever in the
not
paperwork?
On this paperwork, they weren't.
They were. It says the officers positively identified the males. The officer gave their description. 1090 gave his description.
You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, these are 2 different statements. Read it again. I'm on 2% on the iPad, so we might die soon. The blacked out images, it has 2 people listed and then 1090 listed as the witness.
Yeah, these are unidentified persons.
Right, because they're juveniles. And then it has more paperwork and it has their name, it has names and everything in case they're juveniles blacked out. You can't put juveniles paperwork out.
That's victim blacked out. Where's the other paper with all the blacked out part? That's all victim.
Okay. So what were you saying on unspoken crimes?
No, like I said, I don't have, like I said, like was mentioned in there, rather they were arrested or not,
Mhm.
that wouldn't actually, I'm not 100% sure if that would be available to the public, because like in the state of Florida, you can search adult records all day long. But when it comes to juvenile records, sometimes that information is either sealed or it can't be requested unless they were charged as an adult. You feel what I'm saying? So who or when were they actually charged? Like who exactly was charged? I won't know that until I actually receive the paperwork. So as of now, we can only go off the documentation that we see here and the documentation that I have that I'm going to upload either today, tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to upload it. I got to still go through all of that. You feel what I'm saying?
For
But as
sure.
far as the internet, what they have, whoever want to make their own, like I was telling 1090 on the phone,
Yeah.
whoever want to make their own determination of what they think happened, is everybody is going to conclude this shit the way they want. So everybody makes their own determination of what they think happened. I'm not saying he's a rat snitch. I'm just saying this is what's on the paperwork. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
Yeah, but and this whole live is not to like expose him or whatever. Like I already told him, I'm not into that. Like I'm not saying he's a rat, this and that. It's just to expose what happened. This is what happened. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why we ain't talk about? My thing is, he's been a YouTuber for how long now? Why he ain't talk about this story about him calling the police and giving
Well,
us
he muted me and we spoke on that too. He said that he didn't want to. He basically was saying, in other words, he didn't want to cover it like this, whatever. He didn't want to cover the details.
Yeah.
You didn't want to cover yourself being a rat, but you wanted to cover everybody else being a rat. How convenient. That's fucking like convenient as fuck, huh? But that's just my statement. Like he said, it's fair game, and you happen to be the game, and I happen to be the one with the bow and arrow. You happen to be a YouTuber who is up and coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing the video or whatever you post. I don't
know if I'm going to drop it either today or tomorrow. Like I said, I want to be able to look at the full investigation so I can do like a compilation of like everything that went on that transpired. You feel me? But the only reason why this information is even relevant, even though it's over 10 years ago, is because of the whole
topic going on right now.
You feel what I'm saying? Like the whole, like the outline of his content. Like this is what his content covers. So this is what I'm going to cover as far as my content, because this is not technically, this ain't my content. If you look at my content, his content, like he told me I was what's the dude name?
I seen some. You got body cam footage. You got
like he said I was a wannabe. What's the other dude? Crime Circus. That's my content. This ain't really my content. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I was trying to explain to him. Like my viewers is totally different.
The first report that originally came out on Pino's channel with me, Pino, and this dude Unspoken, that 8-page report was real. But in that 8-page report, I pointed out at the end, which is kind of fucked up because people don't see that in the live because it's a long live, and I didn't realize it until the end. And Jake was on the phone talking, so I wasn't able to really bring it up until the but I realized that it said that these people weren't found and that they weren't arrested. So I had brought that up, and I kept asking him like, yo, you have something that says it? And he said, yeah. Well, a week later, then he puts this other paper out that Tampa PD doesn't have. They say it doesn't exist. And when you look at the paper with the mindset of it being fake, I mean, you can look at it and see all the issues with it. People just assume that it's real because the first set was real. But after looking at it, and anybody that knows anything, can really look at this paperwork and see that there's issues with it. So I would really like to hear from this dude. I would like to find out where he got it from. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, it really doesn't concern me, but because of the fact that I'm tied to the original story with the real paperwork, I'm going to make sure that I do my due diligence to make sure that this other paper is real. So I did that. I called, I have the call, and I have an email saying that this paper is not real. And Tampa records knew all about the case and said that they've been getting hit up by a lot of people. So A lot of people are looking for it, and they're not going to find it. So where did he get the paperwork from? Because the police station don't have it. And where is this CD that he supposedly has? But I'm looking for. So I was shown that there was, after this report, that the two individuals that were identified in this report were later.
Is this a report from 2012 for the house, for the shooting at the house?
Yes.
Okay, we have no other report. We've had multiple people asking for this report. We
Okay.
have no other report.
So there is no follow-up paper that says that they were arrested. Okay. I didn't think so. It looked fake, honestly. But I just wanted to double check for myself before I finish this story on it. And that just verifies it for me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. There you have it. It's fake. This is a paragraph from the bottom of one of the pages in the actual report. All right. That's his statement. That's 1090's statement. Now, if you look here, document follow-up, they swear that this doesn't exist. 48167. And then it's got the name. Then you come down here, 46167. While on patrol in the area, the investigating officer observed two individuals matching the description provided by Mr. Cherry. The individuals were apprehended on North Orleans Ave and questioned in regards to the shot fired. The individuals were identified as blank and blank. Upon questioning, blank and blank stated that they were just playing a prank and had no intention of causing harm. They were both read their rights and charged with blank in a residential area and blank. Like, what's really going to fit here? Discharging a firearm? Doesn't even fit. I mean, I don't know. Further investigation revealed that the incident occurred at 8314 North Fremont, where a resident reported hearing the sound of breaking glass and a gunshot. The resident observed two individuals matching the description provided by Mr. Cherry. What? That doesn't make sense. The resident observed two individuals matching the description provided by Mr. Cherry running from the scene. This case is still under investigation, and any relevant information will be added to this report. Conclusion: the investigation into the shot fired is ongoing. The two individuals blank and blank have been charged, and any further information will be included in this report as it becomes available. The statement of Mr. Cherry is attached for reference. Yet Tampa says that this does not exist. There's so many different variables to this. Like, why was this released afterwards? And where is this? Is this just one document? Like, it doesn't really make sense. So this couldn't have been the aunt because the aunt wasn't there. Further investigation revealed that the incident occurred at 8314 North Fremont Ave. So that's the same address that it happened. And that's what it says, that the incident occurred. Where a resident reported hearing the sound of breaking glass and a gunshot, which in the real police paperwork, that's 1090. That's Jake. Says that he heard the sound of breaking glass and a gunshot. And then it says the resident observed two individuals matching the description provided by Mr. Cherry running from the scene. That makes no sense when he's the one that made the report. So the police station says that this doesn't exist. The badge number is written wrong. This isn't even the same font. Which, whatever, that could be possible. But this looks like a header, right? That somebody pulled off the internet and fucking rewrote shit. Regardless, Tampa doesn't have this paper. End of story. Did you get the paperwork on 1090 yourself, or did somebody else get it for you?
This shit weird. I'm getting an echo. One second.
Try dropping out and coming back in.
No, hold on. Because I had you on I got a Chrome, and then I had you on my Safari too. So it was doubling. But you said, did I get the paperwork myself?
Yeah. Or did you have it sent to you?
All right. So what they saying? The other half, because I heard somebody sent me a live saying something like he couldn't find the paperwork or something like that.
Yeah. Tampa says that the second paper does not exist.
Okay. So this is the thing. When I request the original document is 8 pages.
Yeah.
There's another half of the page which basically confirms that somebody was arrested. Now, somebody sent when I posted it on my Instagram, somebody sent that paperwork to 1090 Jake, right? They sent me a message back and they saying, we need the redacted version. I hit up 1090 and told them exactly how I got the paperwork. Now, the original paperwork is 8 pages. The second paperwork was like 14 or 16 pages. I can't remember. A lot of the information on the other pages are redacted. Like the pages, like most of the pages are completely blank. 1090 sent me a message say, yo, we need the unredacted version. I'm not a victim. I'm not a suspect in the case, so I can't get the redacted version. So basically this is how I got the second half of the paperwork. Now, when I got the original report, it was 8 pages, but it didn't really confirm if anyone was arrested. Yeah. I called Tampa PD and I said, is it possible to get all the arrest dates or BOLO reports for that specific day? They said it's going to take some time, but it's very possible. I got all the arrest information for that day, and I requested every single documentation until I add, not every documentation, but everything within the officer that was involved in the specific arrest, if that shit makes sense. So whatever that officer name was or whatever, and that's how I was able to come upon the extra paperwork. But in my opinion, 1090 has that half of the paperwork. He's not saying it's fake. He's saying, oh, I can't get it. You see what I'm saying? So for me to forge or fake the documentation, that's just it don't make sense to me. You feel me? Yeah. Now, what I do have proof of the payments, and I do have proof of all the documentation. You see what I'm saying? I just haven't put it out yet. When I'm ready to put it out, like he kind of made a move or whatever, but when I put it out, it's gonna be out. You see what I'm saying? But I got all the information right here. I'm not hiding nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not forging nothing. Because that shit makes sense.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I said that I didn't know if you got the
not to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off. It was another clip somebody sent me where he was like, it was cropped out. If you look at the full, I have the full page, but the only reason why I cropped it out is because it was a copy. The actual subject was a copy of his statement. So that's the only reason. I wasn't cropping out no numbers or nothing like that. I got the full page. I believe when I did another live, I put the full, whoever was in the live saw that I had the full page and the full go number associated with that actual report. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a different case number, right?
No, it would be the same case number. It would be, everything would be the same attached to that case.
Because Tampa said that this is everything that they have for this case, that there is no follow-up document. There is no, they knew exactly what case they're getting blown up.
People calling. Yeah.
So they knew exactly. I didn't even have to tell them what case I was looking for. I just told them that, I requested it. I got the first 8 pages, and
that's exactly how I did it.
Yeah.
So
she said that there is no other, that's it, that there's no other paperwork at all.
So did you give them his name?
Yeah. I did it through email and over the phone. I did it twice through email because I felt like they didn't understand me the first time. So the second time I like broke it down as much as I could, that I'm looking for the follow-up document for the officer Gary Leggett, or however you say it. I put that on the document. There's two different badge numbers. So I said I wasn't sure if maybe that was the issue. Like, I really broke it down for them.
Well, so what I'll do is I'll upload every single document that I got in a second, because I did everything via mail. So what I'll do is I'll update every single, including all the reports that they sent me. I upload every single document, and people can make the determination for themselves. The only reason why the paperwork looks weird is because did you get the digital version, or you got the
I have both versions. I was the one that was on with you and Pino. So I have the original version that you shot over.
No. Okay. So that version, it looks like that because I had to scan every single document. I had to scan every single thing, and then I had to get it on my laptop, and then I had to upload it, and then I had to put it in a PDF. The whatever I had to organize it, whatever.
That's what I said. It looked like it either changed hands or got like sent around a lot.
That's
because the one I got
looks like that.
Yeah, the one I got is crystal clear. It looks like I made the
shit. See, I didn't
like if I were to post the one I got, the original 8-page report.
Let me take a look at it.
That shit would look fake because it's so fucking clear.
Yeah.
That honestly, it would look like my shit's fake. Hold on. I just closed this shit out.
Yeah, I got all the documents. You know, for the people that I'm approved to the people who saying it's fake. I'm approved.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the actual paperwork and more shit, then it is what it is. I just, because my name was attached to it, wanted to check that other paper before I spoke on it. You know what I mean? Hold on. These are all the emails for the ones that they couldn't find.
So that is what they sent you to Tampa PD, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you request that? Go all the way down to the bottom. So you requested. It says printed on January 31st. So did you requested that on January 31st, or that
no,
when I printed?
They just must have this shit on standby, bro, because so many people are looking for it. I requested it yesterday, and I had it in fucking minutes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the original document.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I were to post this, it looks like I wrote this shit up.
Yeah. See, I requested mine through the mail. That's what I did. I requested mine through the mail because when I originally called them, and I gave them Jacob Cherry's name.
Yeah.
They said that they made it seem like that was the only way that I can get it, even though I know they have portals online where you could request it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I originally did. I did it all through the internet, and then
exactly. So, but see, the thing is, I didn't know what was in the paperwork. Now, when I gave them Jacob Cherry's name, there was 2 cases associated with his name. I wasn't even looking for that paperwork, and I had just requested both. So when we got on the phone, I said, listen, there's more paperwork. I kept telling him there's more paperwork. And see, the thing is, he did have his aunt. See, you got to understand, his aunt is the victim, and he claims he had the redacted version. And the only thing that I would think that would be taken out of the redacted version is the victim's information. But I don't know what they can do down there at the, being that she was considered a victim, maybe, her child might be in danger. Like, it's so many things that can cut corners to where that information could be taken out. I'm not 100% sure. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's saying that he can't. He's not saying it's fake. He's saying I can't find it. Well, I could either send you the paperwork, or he's not putting it out. It's
the 8 pages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the 8 pages is 100%. That's 100% real.
Yeah.
The first set is 100%. Is 100%. There's no question. I mean, I got it from them. I saw your version and got, ordered my own set, talked to them, talked to them over the phone.
Okay, so look, another thing people was talking about. See, the only reason why I posted for a week, I was ready to drop everything. The only reason why I'm really playing chess with him. You see what I'm saying? It's more shit that I got. It's not as bad, but you got to understand, like, the clips that I saw, he only sent, you got to think, when he sent DJ Academics that one clip where he told him piss off, that's a 200 and something page documentation. And I told him I requested that documentation as well. So they're like, yo, is the paperwork fake or what? He like, I'm not saying it's fake, but we don't have it, which I don't know if that's true or not, because I believe he's lying about the whole situation overall. But I only put out what they gave me. The reason why it's cropped out, which I have the full version, and I'm gonna put out the full version since people are saying it's fake or whatever, is because it was a copy. The follow-up was a copy of his original statement. So I felt like, oh, what's the point? I already put out the statement, you see? And then being that his aunt was the victim, and a lot of shit was blocked out, is because they were underage. You can't, it's hard to get that documentation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what else was I going to say? So, and then another thing, right when that paperwork came out, we don't know how fast his aunt was moving. We don't, we don't know anything. We don't know if they was able to go down there and get that information taken out. I don't know. So, that's just me. I just get the paperwork. I put it out. Like some people saying he didn't snitch or whatever, some people pick a side. Everybody's going to pick their own side of what they think. It's not my job to determine which side y'all pick. I put out the information, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I stopped. I was trolling him for a few days. He wasn't responding. I'm like, fuck it. I'm on to the next thing. I'm doing other shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep dragging this this situation. But some people, a lot of blogs didn't post it. I understand. Some people are just finding out yesterday, but this shit been going on for like almost a week and a half, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I didn't want to speak. Everyone's like, you know, talking about how like, oh, it made it onto academics, but I didn't want to speak on it further because number one, I haven't spoke on the second page yet. I just sat back and kind of watched and was like, damn, like, you know, he really did get people locked up at that point. And then I was like, well, now if I'm going to speak on it, I gotta get the paper myself, you know?
So he's not denying the situation. He's just like, yo, if you got the paperwork, put it out. But I play chess, bro. I'm not going to put I'm not going to fuck up the whole game. If he knows and, you know, he knows and I know, if that makes any sense of what's really going on. He didn't offer me no money. I'm not extorting him. I'm not in that line of business. My content totally different. Aside from that, me and him do totally different content. But, you know, I do make troll videos on my other Unspoken Mystery page. I make funny little videos when I'm bored. But for the most part, I got the paperwork, man. You know what I mean? I got the paperwork. It says 2 individuals, 2 juveniles. That information is redacted because 1, I'm not a suspect, and 2, I'm not a victim.